Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Midweek Minute. It is Wednesday, August the 12th. So glad to have you join me in these few minutes. Today is a special day for Kimberly and I. Today is our 25th anniversary. We have been married 25 years today. I can remember back to that day in 1995 at the First United Methodist Church in Troop, Texas, just down the road. That's where Kimberly's from. That's her home church. That's where she grew up, and we were married in that church. It was the first wedding they'd had in a very long time, and Kimberly was kind of the darling of the youth group growing up, and everybody loved her and her family, and they wanted it to be special, so they painted the sanctuary for us. And because it hadn't been painted for years and years and years. Well, the week of the wedding, we walk in to look at things, and there's scaffolding up everywhere, and there's plastic draped everywhere, and we were thinking to ourselves, there's no way we're going to have a wedding in here come the weekend. Well, they figured it out. They made it happen. It went great. The place was packed out, and we had a wonderful wedding. We made our vows to one another. To have and to hold, to love and to cherish, better or worse, richer or poor, so on and so forth. And we're still going strong and look forward to many, many more years together. So, Kimberly, if you're watching this, happy anniversary, sweetheart. I love you very, very much. You know, one of the things I thought about today was some of the advice that was given to us when we were getting married. We were in seminary at the time, and we went and actually talk to several different professors and pastors that we respected. And we'd ask them, hey, give us some of your best premarital counseling advice. And one of them said to us, Stan McKenna, I believe it was, said to us that he said, you need to remember that love is always a choice. And what he meant by that is in a marriage relationship, the feelings of love can ebb and flow. You're not always going to wake up next to that person and feel just overwhelmed with ooh and ah and I'm so in love and so forth and so on. And there's going to be days when maybe you've had a fight or maybe you're just having a bad, stressful, anxiety-ful day at work, and you're not going to always feel close. You're not always going to feel intimate. You're not always going to feel in love with the other person. But it does not mean you can't love them. Because if we depend on love to simply be an emotional thing, we are limiting the depth and intimacy of our marriage relationship. That's because, in its essence, love is a choice. And so every day we wake up and we choose, Kimberly and I choose to love one another. And so I want to encourage you to think about love in that way. You may not always roll over and look at your spouse laying next to you in bed and say, I'm so in love, but you do roll over and say, you know what? This is my partner for life. This is the one God has committed me to and brought together. And I choose, even with our differences, I choose, even when we've had a bad day, I choose, even when things aren't going the best of our marriage, even when our marriage may, if it gets stale or whatever, it doesn't matter. Every single day, I choose to love my wife. The Christian life is a lot of the same. Every day we need to choose to love Jesus, to choose to follow Him in our lives. And so every day we may wake up, and you know what? Some days we may wake up and it's an easy thing to do. We're up, we read our scriptures, we pray, we go to church, things are going great. And then there's other days when we're not really feeling it. We don't really feel close to God. Sometimes we feel like our prayers hit the ceiling, things like that. But it doesn't mean that we don't make that choice to say, you know what, the feelings are not the primary thing here. The choice to love God, to love others, that's what we're called to do. That's who we're called to be, regardless of whether we're feeling it at that moment. So I want to encourage you to faithful obedience. I want to encourage you to choose love for your spouse, but then also to choose love for your Lord, and to stay committed to Him and to your spouse on the good days as well as the bad days. On the days where you feel really close to them and it's wonderful and your just relationship's growing and it's deep and intimate. And in the days when it's not feeling it that well. Stay faithful. Stay committed. And we can do that. We can do that in the strength that God gives us. So, once again, happy anniversary, honey. So glad to spend 25 years with you. Looking forward to 25 more and many, many more after that. And know that I love you, Kimberly, very, very much. And I choose you every single day. I choose to love you. And I know that you choose the same. So thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing those that we can on Sunday. And listen, if you have a prayer request and you're not able to see us on Sunday or whatnot, please email me, call me, text me. Let me know what's going on. Send me a Facebook message. Let me know what's going on, how we can pray for you. So anyway, taking enough of your time. Hope you all have a great day. God bless. Choose love.